Hello, and welcome to On Board. I'm your host, Liz Waite, and tonight we'll be talking about the California governor's election. The Golden State has the world's fifth largest economy and is often at the forefront of progressive policy changes. For the first time in 8 years, Californians will be electing a new state governor. With Jerry Brown leaving and longtime Senator Barbara Boxer retiring from politics back in 2016, we are ushering in a new era in California state politics. I personally am voting for the avocados are too expensive party. So who exactly is in line to take the hot potato? As of now, there are 21 declared candidates from several parties for the governor's seat. Some of them are career politicians such as current Lieutenant Governor Gavin Newsom, and some of them are, well, my kind of people.
I should be mayor of Oakland because God has specifically asked me to.
Puppeteering was what I got my major in theater. And I put down educator because I was a substitute teacher. Now you have a puppet and a ferret.
Well, that's a first.
Hello, green friends. It is me, Cabbage, and I am here with Libertarian candidate for Governor Nicholas Wildstar. Yay!
It is we the people who build things. It is we the people who destroy things. Which will it be now? Unite as one to bring back liberty.
We are really putting the goober in gubernatorial. With so many politicians in the race, it's easy to get lost in the rhetoric. Before we can get into the details of the June primary, let's look at the man who's leaving the seat, Jerry Brown. Brown has been involved in politics much of his adult life, having served as both the 34th and the 39th governor. Opinion on Jerry Brown has varied throughout his term, with criticism coming from all sides of the political mosh pit. In a poll, half of Californians wanted the next governor to carry on with Brown's agenda. Let's look at some of the sources for this conflict. One of Brown's signature projects during his second stint as governor is the bullet train. This train was officially proposed in early 1996 and, in theory, can transport passengers from Los Angeles to San Francisco in just over 2 hours. This allows people to live in less densely populated areas while still being able to access the workforce available in large metropolitan cities. While many people praise this project as a technical innovation and an opportunity to put many construction jobs in the California economy, there are concerns about the price. In order to be fully functional by 2033, the LA Times reports the estimated price of this project has risen to nearly $98.1 billion. That's a lot of avocados. Many people from Brown's own party have been reasonably worried, with one assemblyman stating that there is no realistic way to pay for this project. And a senior advisor to the state said that the worst-case scenario had happened when the price inflated to the current estimation. Okay, Jerry, I think your model train hobby is cool, but that shit was supposed to stay in your basement. Another provocative topic that Jerry Brown has taken a strong stance on for most of his career is sanctuary city legislation. Most notably, he signed SB 54 last year, which allows state authorities to opt out of interacting with federal agents when dealing with immigration issues and releasing criminal records. He is still under fire and continuing to battle political opponents at the state and federal level. California under Jerry Brown has actively fought against the Trump administration's immigration agenda, which has angered several counties within the state, including Orange County, with cities like Huntington Beach suing the state for the passage of the law. This isn't a problem that'll go away after Jerry Brown leaves office, and whoever is the next governor will need a plan on how to deal with its ideological split. Next, education is an issue that hits close to home with many of us. Nearly every year since Brown took office, both UC and CSU schools have increased their tuition. This is in part due to decreased funds from the state budget matched with an increase in applicant submissions. In 2016, the CSU faculty union nearly went on strike for raise proposals that had been continually rejected in the budget. More recently, Brown's proposed budget for the CSU's 2018-19 school year could potentially fall short by nearly $170 million, causing thousands of applicants to be turned away and programs to grow even more impacted. It's like a really bad episode of The Price is Right. You need the prize to survive economically, and it's way more expensive than you'd guess. Jerry Brown's issues with education don't end at the university level. The governor's office has gotten into many spats with the teachers union over a variety of issues, including pension reform and underfunded K-12 programs. Throughout his tenure, Brown walked a fine line between budget cuts and avoiding the scorn of the teachers union, which is the largest union in the state and carries a significant amount of political power. I'd make a joke about teachers being underpaid, but it's already a cliche punchline. These are just a few of the topics that matter to Californians and are key talking points in the candidate debates. A survey taken in March indicates that Brown has an approval rating of 49%. At risk of sounding like one of those annoying guys with the petitions that harass you in the quad, it's important to be politically active. Whether you're a progressive or a conservative or anywhere in between, I'm sure you've had some opinions on the issues we've brought up. That's why it's so important to do your research. Who gets elected determines how Jerry Brown's legacy carries on. And whether you like the prospect of Jerry 2.0 or not, there are options. And if you really want to shake things up, well, we got options for that too. We have candidate Thomas Jefferson Cares, a name that reminds you of when your American history teacher tried to espouse our country's exceptionalism, convincing you that Thomas Jefferson's slaves were voluntary workers. He believes cryptocurrency is the way to go and will encourage each Californian to create their own form of currency that he promises will be redeemable, enforced, and monitored. Why do I feel like this guy is going to force me to give him my actual money and I will get Monopoly bucks and friendship beads in exchange? The top libertarian candidate is Zoltan Istvan, a man whose candidate picture looks like he realized he missed the deadline for his online quiz. This guy is a transhumanist and has encouraged various movements which involve the merging of humans and machines so that we can become sleek, industrial, masculine, and lead the country. Because an undergrad's psyche is as prone to breaking as the glass on an iPhone. He advocates for digital chip implantations in every individual as they make humans more efficient, and hopes to provide rights to artificial intelligence as part of his devotion to technological development, because organic intelligence already has all their rights. And last but not least, we have our personal favorite, Peter Liu, a Republican and self-described multimillionaire who has spent only $400 on his campaign. He hopes for the implementation of a Big Brother network because an anti-force omnipresent surveillance watch is what we all need. His target voters? Smart people. As long as we follow his community-empowered safety plan, we can become both a prosperous community and millionaires like Peter. How can this be? Well, simply download this PDF of the game from his site, sell it to strangers for $10, and then they can play the game to become better citizens. And you can put your business skills to the test to make easy money by distributing knowledge. I know what you're thinking. This sounds like a scam. But rest assured, California voters, if you're smart, you will only profit from his policies. No matter what you do in the voting booth, please go out and vote. Maybe not for the last few characters, but hey, if you do, at least you came out. More importantly, spend some time doing research. One, because being informed is cool, and two, because I can assure you, there is way more comedy gold to discover than what we've mentioned. Voting for the California primary election takes place on June 5th, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's our show. Thanks for watching and have a good night.